Now, for many golfers, their #1 priority when searching for a golf ball is something with a urethane cover. They understand that urethane cover provides them with the spin and the feel they're looking for in the short game, and it also allows the manufacturers to build in some of those design elements that give them distance in the long game. And if you're going to go down the route of a urethane golf ball, you've got 3 options, broadly speaking. You've got the tour plane models by the premium brands, but they are likely to set you back somewhere in the region of about £50 per dozen. And then you've got a new band of golf balls that are sort of mid-priced urethane offerings, again from the top brands, but they will still come in at around about £30 per dozen. If you don't want to pay that much, your next option is something like this. This is the Kirkland Signature 2.0. It's a urethane covered ball and it costs just over £1 per golf ball. Now, we wanted to find out what you give up on if you were to go for something like this. So we're going to put it through its paces in a series of head-to-head challenges up against a Tour premium urethane covered golf ball, the Callaway Chrome Soft X. We're going to find out how these 2 golf balls compare to each other on a series of challenges out on the golf course, and then I've also already hit them both on a launch monitor, and I'll show you that data as well. It's very interesting. Right, we're here at the London Club. Let's get started. Okay, so for the first of my 3 challenges, I've come down here to the 11th hole on the Heritage course at the London Club, and I'm going to hit 3 shots with each golf ball, starting with the Callaway. Now, this is a tough hole. It's playing about 165 yards. It's into quite a strong breeze, but it's downhill. I'm going to hit a 7-iron, and we'll see how I get on with both of these golf balls. Skinny, pin high. Right, 6 golf balls safely on board. Let's go and find out which one's closest. Okay, so we've come down here to the green to find out how each of those 6 shots has done. Hopefully you can see all the shots that I hit. And the one that's closest to the flag is this one right in front of me here. And that, hopefully you can see that, is the Kirkland Signature. And it's about 25 feet short, so not bad. Now the others, the 3 Callaway shots are here, 1, here, 2, and the one up there that's to my left, to your right, that's probably the one I hit the furthest. So that means the shortest one was the Kirkland, and there's one in the middle there that was also a Kirkland. So I'd say in terms of performance from that little test, there's not an awful lot to choose between them. The Kirkland actually did pretty well. The last thing I will say though is that the shots I hit with the Kirkland ball, I probably hit them a little bit better than the ones that I hit with the Callaway. But all in all, I'd say both golf balls gave me pretty good performance in pretty tricky weather conditions. Right, time for some bunker shots, and to see just how well both of these golf balls spin, how much control I'm able to get around the green. Again, I'm going to hit 3 shots with each golf ball, and you'll hopefully be able to see just how much spin control I'm getting when hitting a shot like this. I'm going to start with the Kirkland and then move on to the Callaway. Okay, so all 6 shots played, I'd say I got pretty good spin control with both golf balls. In fact, it was a blind test. I'm not sure I really would have been able to tell much of a difference between the two. That's a Kirkland Signature, the one that's closest to the hole. That one is a Callaway, and I'd say that one, I don't know. I felt as if that one spun the most of the shots that I hit, but all round, I'd say the performance from the bunker was very good, and it's kind of what I would expect from a good quality premium urethane golf ball. So far with the Kirkland Signature, so good. Right, time to find out how good these golf balls are off the tee with a driver. And I've come to the 14th hole, which is a good opportunity to test them out because it's just over 400 yards and it's a dogleg right to left, and there are some bunkers on the corner of the dogleg, which I feel like I should be able to make it over those bunkers fairly easily. It is into the wind, but I feel like I should make that carry quite easily. So I'm going to hit 3 with the Kirkland, 3 with the Callaway. We'll see how we get on. Give the Callaway a go. Right, 6 shots hit. Let's find out where they are. Okay, so some interesting findings here. Now, the longest shot I hit was with the Callaway. That's the Callaway Chrome Soft X up there. That's also a Callaway there. And there's one just in the rough over here, which is down the left-hand side of this hole. They're all very similar distance actually up the hole. This one here leaves me about 130 yards in, so it's got about 270 yards, which I'm very pleased with, into the wind. Now, the best shot I hit with the Kirkland is sitting right here. I'd be very pleased with this, but this was by far and away the best shot I hit with the Kirkland, because the other 2, which weren't too bad, one you can see is in the foreground of the shot, the other one is even shorter down here on the left hand side, and I've paced it out from the ball that's shortest to the ball that's longest is 24 yards, which is not insignificant. And I will come on and I will talk about the launch monitor data in this video, but certainly the findings that I've had on this test while I was playing it out on the golf course and from the launch monitor would say that the Callaway Chrome Soft X does provide me, certainly at my club head speed, with that bit of extra distance, and you can see what that means actually when you're out on the golf course. So I'm going to hit one of these. I think I'll hit this one. So at the start of this video, I said we'd take a look at the launch monitor data, and I'll show you that now, but it's also worth saying I also tested both of these over 9 holes here at the London Club in what can only be described as some dreadful weather conditions. So I do have a pretty good feel for how both of these golf balls perform in all areas of the game. Now I'm going to start by talking about this 50-yard pitch I hit on the launch monitor, and as you can see from the data, the Callaway did spin more, so I was getting 6991 RPM of spin with the Callaway, which is very good. It was offering plenty of control, but that number for Kirkland is also very good, and it's something that I noticed probably even more when I was out on the golf course, to be honest with you, hitting shots around the greens, just how well this spins. It does offer really good short game spin control, but then when you also add in the fact that it's also got a lovely soft feel off the putter face, I think the short game is where you really see the benefit of this golf ball. It performs really well. But how does it perform further out? Well, let's take a look at the 7-iron data. So as you can see, the Callaway was offering me more ball speed. So there's a jump in ball speed for me from the Callaway of 5 miles per hour. The launch angle was the same, and it was a little bit lower spinning, the Callaway, than the Kirkland. So I was getting more distance with that Callaway Chrome Soft X. Now, I think it's important here to say that when I tested the Callaway golf ball for the first time, I was really impressed with this Callaway Chrome Soft X. It provided excellent distance in the long game and good control in the short game, and that's why I chose it for this particular video, because if you are thinking about going for a cheaper urethane golf ball, this is your one option with Kirkland. But with Callaway, you've got 3 options where you can choose something that's going to really sort of fit your game. That's why I chose the Chrome Soft X. And you can see from that number, those numbers there, just how well it does suit my game. And the same was true off the tee. So take a look at it, that jump in ball speed in particular with the driver. So 164 versus 158. The Callaway also launching a fraction higher but spinning less and providing quite a significant extra distance gain. And I think when you saw the driver comparison I did out on the golf course, the challenge that I did, the Callaway golf balls were all longer than the Kirkland golf balls, but actually it was during my on-course testing both today and I've also tested this Kirkland ball before, where I just feel like if you're giving up something, for me, it's off the tee. It's a little bit of distance off the tee. It's not, you know, drastic. You're not losing 50 yards, but you might, on certain shots, lose 20 or 30 yards. For me, that was certainly the case. Whilst I was getting great spin control from the Kirkland around the greens, I was also getting a bit more spin off the tee, and I think that goes to talk to exactly what you get if you invest in a premium ball. You get that separation in performance, in spin performance between the long game and the short game. You get an all-rounder, something that works really well in every department of the game. This Kirkland ball is very impressive, but it's better around the green than it is off the tee. Okay, so there you have it. That's my look at the Kirkland Signature 2.0 golf ball. And I think had I been testing this on its own, I'd have been really impressed with it. I was really impressed with it because it offers fantastic short game performance. So really lovely feel off the putter face and fantastic spin control when you're hitting bunker shots, chip shots, pitch shots. It performs fantastically well, especially when you consider the price. But for me, as I started to move further away from the green, I felt as if this was spinning a little bit too much for me. And that's where the Callaway Chrome Soft sort of separated itself in terms of performance, because it still offered all those same attributes around the green, meant that if I was choosing, I think I'd probably choose to pay the extra and go for the Callaway Chrome Soft. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the right thing for everyone out there. I think it's a good idea to figure out what your budget is for a golf ball and then make your choice accordingly. And if you don't want to stretch to those premium level golf balls, then the Kirkland Signature 2.0 is a fantastic option that will perform very well, but it's worth just knowing exactly what you are giving up on. That's it. If you've enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button. But that's it for now from the London Club. We'll see you next time.